Hey everyone, it's Justin here, America's Honest Tax Accountant from Number Crunch Nerds. So we are now in the home stretch of 2025 tax planning and Roth IRA conversion season. And the questions from folks in the personal tax planning template program have been rolling in. There are exactly 2 months left from the making of this video for you to complete your Roth IRA conversion for 2025. And for that reason, I have decided that we are going to do a year-end 2025 fast track training to get your Roth IRA conversions completed by the December 31st deadline. Remember, taking a refresher look at our Roth IRA conversion strategy timeline, if you are ever going to be subject to the higher tax brackets in RMD territory, or from widow's penalty, which most families will be subject to, or from widow's penalty related to IRMAA, and in conjunction with that, you have left the lower brackets unfilled in 2025, 2026, or in any year between now and when your RMDs start, then you will have paid in too much of your family's hard-earned money to the government. And I'm not saying that you might have paid in too much. You will have paid in too much to the government if you leave brackets unfilled in the early retirement years and allow that income to be taxed in the higher brackets during the RMD years. There are lower brackets available to every American to get your income taxed, and those brackets are available to you every year that you have lower income, in particular in the early retirement years. And if you don't use them, you lose them. So if you are stuck somewhere specific within the Roth IRA conversion process, or if you've been watching endless YouTube videos but just can't seem to figure out how to get started or how to complete your Roth IRA conversion appropriately, because most of those videos are devoid of substance and don't actually provide you with the tools and the details that you need to get your plan laid out, or if you have forgotten that the college years are actually over and it's time to get started with that retirement plan, especially the tax planning component of that retirement plan, which is usually the most neglected portion, then this 2025 year-end fast-track tax planning and Roth IRA conversion multi-part video series is for you. In this video number 1 of the Fast Track series, we are going to go through the complete process of everything you need to do to appropriately calculate and complete your Roth IRA conversion, and we are going to follow a Cliff Notes approach by going high level through each step in the order which they should be completed, so you can get your 2025 Roth IRA conversion completed as quickly and efficiently as possible, as well as lay out your future plan for any additional Roth IRA conversions that you may need to complete on an annual basis before you hit RMD territory. In addition to that, detailed supplement videos on each and every step shown here in this overall roadmap will be uploaded to the Personal Tax Planning Template members area on a regular basis throughout November and the first 2 weeks of December 2025. Sometime during the next 6-week period, this is your chance to get it done following the fast track system. No more procrastinating, no more games, no more thinking about it, no more wondering about it. If you are ready to lay out your lifetime tax plan for real, in detail, following the methodology in the Personal Tax Planning Template program, now is your chance before 2025 is over. So without further ado, let's get started right here with the 2025 Roth IRA Conversion Fast Track series. All right, starting here with step number 1, enter your actual 2024 tax return detail into the personal tax planning template. So when we go over here to the personal tax planning template and we are right over here on the main tab, a very common question I get is, where am I supposed to start? Folks download the template and they look at all of these different years going out into retirement, going out into RMD territory, and they're not really sure where to begin with laying out their tax plan. So one of the major points of the Fast Track series is to lay out this roadmap so you know exactly what to do step by step along the way. So for step number 1, you're going to start right here by filling out the 2024 column only. For the moment, you can ignore all of these other years. You can ignore all of these other placeholder numbers that are in here. All you want to do is focus on getting the 2024 column right. And how are you going to do that? Well, it's very simple. You're going to grab your 2024 as filed tax return, and you're going to fill out this column based on your return. And if I keep scrolling down a little bit, you're going to continue to fill it out with all of the relevant numbers through the itemized deductions, through the income summary, all the way down here to where the tax is calculated. And if I go all the way down here toward the bottom of the 2024 column, right here in this cell on the line called total tax, this number right here is what should agree to the total tax shown on your tax return for 2024. So going back over here to the roadmap, that should be a pretty straightforward step. All you're doing is taking your 2024 as filed information and you're just populating it into the personal tax planning template. Now, if you're wondering, well, okay, but why are we doing that? The answer is because when you're building out any plan, whether it's a tax plan or otherwise, you need a place to start. And there is no better place to start than your most recent as filed tax return. That gives you the starting point. That shows you where you are from a tax perspective as of the most recent filing. And then we're going to build the rest of the plan based on that starting point. So once again, upon your first download of the personal tax planning template, don't get overwhelmed by all of these other years and numbers. Don't worry about all of these other tabs right here. We will get to all of those in due time. Just go right here and focus on this one column. Get this column to agree to your 2024 tax return. As I mentioned earlier, I have now uploaded an additional detailed video that goes through this line by line, showing you various kinds of common questions, FAQs, and so forth about these different fields that you need to fill out. So there should be nothing in your way. All of that additional detail that you need is in that members area video. There's nothing stopping you from laying out your starting point for 2024 and building out this plan. Okay, step number 2, you're going to lay out your estimated taxable income for 2025. Now, if you have been paying attention to the dates that I mentioned at the beginning part of this video, I said we're going to go through the fast track system in all of November and the first 2 weeks of December 2025. So if you heard me say that, then you probably realize that most of 2025 is already over, and therefore coming up with an estimate of what your 2025 taxable income is going to be should be a relatively easy task. Think about that. If you are a W-2 employee, or you already collect Social Security, or you have dividend payments, or you have interest, all of these items are generally routine in nature. In other words, you receive them on a pro rata basis throughout the year. So for example, if you collected $2,000 of Social Security per month for the first 10 months of the year, then I would think it would be pretty straightforward to figure out for the last 2 months of the year how much Social Security you're going to be collecting per month. The same concept could apply to many different types of income that are generated pro rata throughout the year. So going back over to the personal tax planning template, once you have completed 2024, the next thing you want to do is work on 2025 only. Again, ignore all this other stuff out here. We will get to that in due time. Start going through these rows right here all the way down to the bottom of the column and fill out your expected income and expense items for 2025. Now again, filling out the 2025 column should be a relatively easy task. Let me ask a question for your consideration. Let's say at the moment you're saying to yourself, to your spouse, we need to get our financial house in order. We need to get our financial plan laid out. We need to get our tax plan organized. And you're saying all of these things, and then suddenly at the same time you're saying, well, I don't know how much income and expense items we have for 2025. I'm not sure how we're going to figure all that stuff out. Okay, hold on for a second. You're telling me that you want to get your financial plan in order, you want to get your tax plan in order, but you can't figure out how much income and expense items you have for tax purposes with less than 2 months to go during 2025 and more than 10 months of income information already complete. You're still not able to figure out what numbers should go here as estimates for the year? Come on, you know that doesn't make any sense. And if you are thinking something like that, perhaps you might consider taking a step back and saying to yourself, okay, if I really want to get this financial plan in order, it is time for me or my spouse or both of us together to knuckle down and figure out what numbers should go here for 2025. And here's a hint to help you. These numbers should be approximately what is going to end up on your tax return for 2025. Is it going to be perfect? No. Is it going to be exact down to the dollar? No. But it should be pretty close with 10 months of income already complete. And this should be an exercise that if you've never done it before or you don't do it regularly, you should want to get started doing it right away. Because how in the world are you ever going to lay out a good plan and keep your money out of the hands of the government if you can't even figure out how much income you have with 10 months already in the rearview mirror? So, with that in mind, there is already another detailed supplement video specifically on step 2, filling out the 2025 column. That video has been uploaded to the members area. So if you need additional assistance filling out the 2025 column, that is the video you want to watch. Alright, now here is what's going to happen next. You heard me say that this is going to be a multi-part video series. You also heard me say that we're going to be fast-tracking the training for 2025 year-end conversions. So as of Saturday, November 1st, both of these 2 detailed supplement videos are up in the members area. The detail video for step number 3 will be up on Sunday, November 2nd. Then throughout the rest of the week of November 2nd, the videos for steps 4, 5, and 6 will be put up in the members area. And then starting next week on Saturday, November 8th, we're going to begin working on step 3. The week after that, we're going to be doing step 4. And then we'll wrap up November and possibly into the first week of December on steps 5 and 6 right here. In addition to that, we're going to be doing Roth conversion Q&A in the members area. A lot of great questions have been coming through, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I am going to answer a number of those in video format. The reason I like to do that is because if you have a question, chances are someone else has the same question. And then after we complete the roadmap right here, we will continue to do Q&A into December to make sure that everybody in the program gets their questions answered and gets their conversions complete for 2025 and gets their plan laid out for 2026 and beyond. So if you are already a member of the Personal Tax Planning Template Program, you know where to log in. You are going to see a massive increase in activity both on the YouTube channel and in the members area over the next 6 weeks. It is time to get these Roth conversions done. We are at the tail end of 2025 planning. If you are not yet a member of the Personal Tax Planning Template, the complete program and video training is available for purchase in the link in the description below this video. Everyone who joins the program will get lifetime access for a one-time access fee. And if you've just discovered the channel and want to learn more about the Personal Tax Planning Template and see it in action, you can find many more videos by me on this topic simply by searching on YouTube for Number Crunch Nerds Roth IRA Conversions. So that's going to be it for today's video. As I said, you will be hearing from me regularly over the next 6 weeks, and let's get these Roth IRA conversions for 2025 in the books.